Wow. How awesome was that pop from the crowd for Carlito? That was Austin level, Road Warrior level. That was a blow the roof off the place level. And that's the way the crowd was all night in Puerto Rico. And that's what I wanted to talk about in this episode. I originally was going to do a backlash review, talk about the matches, talk about the ratings. I might do a little bit of that. But what I wanted to talk about was the crowd. And it made me think about how maybe North American fans are a little bit too spoiled nowadays. They spend so much time, and I'm within this group too, but spend so much time complaining about everything, booing the good guys and cheering the bad guys and crapping on angles and ruining the momentum for certain people that are getting pushes and complain about the booker, complain about the owner, but they're not spending some time enjoying the actual action that's going on in the ring. I mean, we're at an unprecedented time in wrestling where we've got some amazing stuff going on. WWE is rolling along like never before. We got the Bloodline angle that's been carrying things for 3 years now. AEW is about to sell out Wembley Stadium. You got the independents that are doing amazing stuff right now. Impact Wrestling is making a charge on the scene as well. Just everything is great right now, but yet it seems like you watch some of these Raws and SmackDowns and AEW, and the crowd is either dead or they're completely crapping on the product. And I gotta say, what the heck's going on? And it makes me think that maybe we are spoiled as wrestling fans. Puerto Rico just showed, and not just Puerto Rico, but we've had crowds over in Saudi Arabia and in England and everywhere else in the world that just goes bananas and enjoys the product. And part of it's because they don't get it all the time, and maybe they're not as tired of it as some of the fans around here. But it's not like you're seeing the same matches in the same city every week on TV. It's moving around. Think about Memphis wrestling back in the 80s and 70s. They were doing 7 days a week and still selling out the Coliseum there. So it just makes you wonder. Are fans too spoiled right now? What's your thoughts? Are fans too spoiled? Are they, making a whole lot out of nothing when they should just sit back and enjoy the shows? Speaking of the show, I'll talk about it. The show, I actually quite enjoyed this pay-per-view last night. There was a couple things I have critiques on, but nothing crazy. I mean, I got to say the Io Sky Bianca Belair match was the best match I've seen Io so far on the main roster. I saw her do some great stuff on NXT, but she just seemed like she's a little slow or just not into it on the main roster. But Bianca brought that great match out of her. Screwy finish at the end, but I see where they're going with this. So, to me, that was a good match. I'd say that was one of the better women's matches of the year. You're talking, I don't know, 3.5, 4 stars for something like that. Omos and Seth. I got news for you, folks. Omos is improving. I've actually enjoyed the last 2 pay-per-view matches for Omos. And I know, here we go. People are going to say, Omos, he's buried. What the heck? He's losing to Seth. He's losing to Brock. But those are 2 of your biggest stars on the roster. This guy's getting in the ring. He's giving an entertaining match. He's hanging with these guys. It's all good. He's improving. He's a monster character. He's starting to look like a monster. Enjoy this. We need something like this. We don't need everybody to be the exact same 225 pounds chiseled out of stone doing cartwheels and flips. Let's have something different. Let's have our Andre. Let's have our Big John Studd. Let's have something different. So he's improving. So that match, honestly, I thought was pretty good. I enjoyed the spot where he blocked the stomp from Seth. And so to me, that was I'll say like a 3-star match. Lashley, Bronson Reed, and Theory for the U.S. title. Great 3-way. Action all the time in the ring. It wasn't somebody taking a sleep on the outside for 5 minutes. It did what it had to do. Austin Theory gets a sneaky win, keeps the title. That's what I expected to happen. That's what happened. Good match. I'll call it 3.5 stars. The only maybe downside of the night, but again, the crowd brought this back up, was the Rhea Ripley-Zelina Vega match. I'd say that's about a 2.5 star match, but only because Zelina just looked a little bit out of her element there. I think she was a little bit overwhelmed by the crowd itself. They were so amazing for it, so behind her. She seemed a bit emotional throughout the night, which I can't blame her for that, and I'm not blaming her for that. But she looked a little bit compared to Rhea. Rhea looked like a pro. Zelina looked like a student at that point. She wasn't attacking the turnbuckle. She wasn't attacking the ropes when she was going into it. Selena did her best job to sell this match, and it was fantastic job by Rhea, and just her control in this match was so good. And then even when the match is over, you have this amazing ovation from this Puerto Rican crowd for their hometown girl. I know she's born and raised in New York, but she's got the Puerto Rican blood, and it was fantastic to see. Great stuff. The pop for Savio Vega just in the dressing room. Just in the dressing room. And I've even seen people online saying, who the hell is Savio Vega? Do your research. The guy was a legend in Puerto Rico. Look up TNT. Look up some of the early stuff during the Attitude Era. Savio Vega is a name, and the crowd just popped when they saw him come in that dressing room and give Bad Bunny his kendo stick, the Puerto Rican kendo stick. It was fantastic. We get to the Bad Bunny Damian Priest match. Originally, I would have said maybe about 3 stars. I mean, we got a celebrity against a badass giant in Damian Priest, but WWE did it right. They threw in all the other stuff. They threw in Rey Mysterio. They throw in Carlito. They throw in the LWO and Savio, and it covered up anything that would have been missing in this match. Meanwhile, Bad Bunny held his own in it. He was impressive in this match. Did I like seeing Damian Priest lose to a part-time celebrity? No, I never do. I never enjoy that. But unfortunately, it's part of the game, and it made sense. It was the hometown of Puerto Rico, and I'll tell you, that crowd throughout that whole match, I can't believe the pops that were going on. They nearly tore the roof off the place. And when Carlito came out, that clip that I played at the beginning, that brought shivers down my spine. That's what's missing from wrestling, that kind of reaction. It'd be nice to hear some of that for some of the stars that are on the cards today instead of a legend in a different country. But that crowd was just happy to see wrestling, and that's what it's all about. So, you know what? I'm giving that match 4.5 stars just because of the crowd. It bumped it from 3 to 4.5 stars. What do you think? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but the crowd got me into it, and that's what their job is to do. Bloodline versus Sammy, KO, and Riddle, that's probably the one match that I found a little bit slow. Gave it a 3-star for the night. I mean, it's still main eventers. It's still the Bloodline storyline is interesting. They've got that drama with Solo and Jimmy and Jay, although I think they kind of played it out a bit much. I mean, and Solo a little bit overreacting to some things. A lot of super kicks, a lot of false finishes, very similar to the WrestleMania match. I need a little bit more. I need Sammy to stop being a little bit soft on this stuff. I just need something else now with this feud. I need it to go somewhere different. So, but the match was serviceable. It was enjoyable. It was fine. So again, if that's the worst match of the night, that's saying a lot, because this card was great so far. And then the surprise of the night, Cody Rhodes against Brock Lesnar. Here we go. Talk about the online social media and all that stuff. All I saw prior to this match was people crapping all over this. Here it is. Brock Lesnar is going to bury Cody Rhodes. That's all the WWE did, was they brought Cody Rhodes back. They paid him millions of dollars, gave him millions of dollars worth of valuable TV time to bring him to WrestleMania to embarrass him, and then to have Brock embarrass him. Some people are even saying that there was reports out that on the internet that Brock was going to squash him. He demanded that he squash Cody Rhodes in this match. Well, guess what? That's not what happened. We had one hell of a match between Brock and Cody Rhodes. And I've said a million times before, Brock enjoys selling for smaller guys. He enjoys wrestling smaller guys. He doesn't need the Omosas. He doesn't need Roman Reigns. He enjoys that side of it. And he did his job in this match. He was convincing as the big badass, but he gave Cody offense. We had the blood in the match, which led to more drama. I mean, he was gushing. I don't even know how that happened, if it was real or if it was not, if it was a blade job, but it added to the drama because it doesn't happen all the time in the WWE. It happens occasionally. And when it does, that's something special. But in the end, you get Cody with the surprise roll up for the win. And I'm fine with that. Because do we really want to see Cody dominating Brock Lesnar? What's that say? Brock Lesnar's been the beast incarnate for how long? And he comes and gets dominated by Cody? No, this is the way to have it. Cody sneaks out with a win. He's thankful for his life. And that's it. And we'll probably have Brock go away for a little while, and I'm fine with that too. But Cody continues his story, which, lo and behold, I guess he's not buried, folks. I guess things are going to keep going on. Anyways, great card, great time, and that crowd put this this show over the top as one of the best of the year so far, just because of their enthusiasm. And I think you should take note. Take note, wrestling fans in North America. Why don't you just enjoy the product? We're at an amazing time in the wrestling universe. Just enjoy what we got, because it could get a lot worse very quickly. So take note from those Puerto Rican fans. In Puerto Rico, thank you for reminding us what it's like to be a wrestling fan and how enjoyable it can be. Anyways, great time, great show, great crowd, A++ crowd. And thank you very much for following along. Please subscribe if you like this. Please leave a comment. Let me know. What's your thoughts? How are we spoiled here in North America as wrestling fans? Should we take hope from some of these fans in other places? Or am I just going off the deep end? I don't know. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the show as much as I did, and we'll see you soon.